My goodness, can you believe it? Christmas is practically knocking on our doors, and I found myself in a full-blown panic. Seriously, I was staring at my calendar thinking, what am I going to get everyone? Mom, Dad, Grandma, even poor little Mr. Flovey. It's tough, right? What do you get for the people you love most in the world when time is just melting away like a snowman in July? Honestly, I'm not exaggerating when I say I completely panicked. I even tried wrapping a banana the other day. Yes, a banana. Don't ask. Let's just say it didn't exactly scream thoughtful holiday gift. It was a mess, and frankly, a bit squishy. I was moments away from giving up and just handing everyone socks again when an idea, a truly brilliant, slightly bonkers idea, hit me. What if I went on a gift adventure? Not just a shopping trip, but a real, honest-to-goodness quest. Something fun, something silly, something totally unforgettable. And maybe, just maybe, along the way, I'd stumble upon the perfect presents. Wouldn't that be amazing? So, with a renewed sense of purpose and a slightly too tight Santa hat, my gift adventure officially began. My first stop, the Christmas market, of course.
Oh, the market.
It was everything you dream of and more. Bright, dazzling lights twinkled everywhere. Festive decorations adorned every stall, and the air was thick with the scent of gingerbread and pine. It was magical, and also utterly chaotic. My first discovery was this tiny, unassuming toy robot. Primera picked it up, and before I knew it, it sprang to life, dancing on its own little feet. It started zipping around, knocking over perfectly stacked gingerbread men, scattering candy canes like confetti, and generally causing a delightful ruckus. People were laughing, vendors were scrambling, and I was just standing there, absolutely bewildered. But the market had more surprises in store. I turned around and bumped right into it, a giant teddy bear. I mean, giant. This bear was bigger than the stall it was meant to be sold from. It felt like something out of a dream, or maybe a slightly unhinged carnival game. I spent a good 5 minutes just marveling at its sheer fluffiness and wondering how anyone would get it home. And then, just when I thought things couldn't get any wilder, a mischievous, fluffy little dog, clearly fueled by holiday cheer and possibly stolen sausage rolls, decided my hat looked like a fantastic new chew toy. AC Pet passed, snatched it right off my head, and took off through the crowd. Honestly, in that moment, standing amidst the dancing robots, giant bears, and a hat-thieving canine, I wasn't sure whether to burst into laughter or just sit down and cry. It was pure, unadulterated holiday mayhem. Next on my quest, I started thinking specifically about Grandma. Dear, sweet Grandma. She's always so appreciative, but I wanted something special. My mind wandered to truly unique ideas. Maybe a little too unique. I pictured giving her a singing llama mug that, once activated, just never stops singing. Can you imagine Grandma in her cozy slippers, trying to enjoy her morning tea while a ceramic llama belts out jingle bells at the top of its tiny lungs, compelling her into an uncontrollable, joyful jig around the kitchen? Or how about a pair of slippers shaped like reindeer, complete with antlers that were just slightly too big and made her trip over everything? I started to realize that while funny gifts are amazing, maybe funny gifts for Grandma need to be, well, a little bit safer. We want joy, not a trip hazard. So, I scribbled those ideas off my mental list, laughing to myself at the sheer absurdity. Then came the challenge of Mom and Dad. They're usually so easy to buy for, but this year I wanted to outdo myself. For Mom, I thought, a glitter mug. Perfect, I imagined her sipping her coffee, surrounded by a subtle, magical shimmer. Turns out, subtle shimmer quickly devolves into glitter ... everywhere. On the counter, on her clothes, in air coffee, probably on the cat. Let's just say, after a brief, sparkly incident, I realized spilling glitter everywhere is decidedly not as fun as it sounds. It looked like a tiny, fabulous explosion had occurred. And Dad, oh, Dad! I found this tie! You know, one of those novelty ones? This particular tie honked every time he moved. Every nod, every gesture, every tilt of his head was met with a loud, attention-grabbing honk. It started as a funny gag, but by the third honk, during dinner, it caused a lot of noise, a little bit of chaos, and a whole lot of laughter, but also a slight headache. That's when it hit me. I had to admit, sometimes, for some people, simple is truly best. The grand, elaborate, slightly chaotic gifts were fun to imagine, but maybe not always the most practical or appreciated in the long run. My gift adventure was teaching me some valuable lessons about the true spirit of giving. So, after all that wild gift hunting and chaotic discovery, what did I sat down, took a deep breath, and thought about what truly matters. It wasn't about the latest gadget or the most expensive trinket. It was about love. It was about thoughtfulness. It was about spending time together. And that's when clarity hit me like a ton of festive bricks. I decided to make Grandma a heartfelt, handmade card filled with all my favorite memories of her. And instead of another glitter bomb, I planned a special afternoon to bake her favorite cookies with Mom, turning the kitchen into a flower-dusted, laughter-filled wonderland. For Dad, instead of a honking tie, I offered something even better. My time and enthusiasm to help him decorate the Christmas tree, turning a yearly chore into a shared moment of joy and connection. And, of course, for Mr. Fluffy, extra special treats, lads, of 10. Even if it meant a little extra mess around his food bowl, it was worth it to see his little tail wagging like crazy. Christmas morning arrived, and it was everything I hoped for and more. I watched everyone open their gifts, not with anticipation of what shiny new thing they'd pull out of a box, but with a different kind of joy. Grandma smiled the warmest smile as she read her card, hugging it tight. Mom laughed heartily at the slightly lopsided but utterly adorable ornament I'd made for the tree. Dad and I had the best time decorating the tree together, singing off-key carols and sharing stories. And Mr. Fluffy, well, he devoured all his treats in record time, leaving a trail of crumbs and contented purrs. It was perfect. That's when I realized something incredibly important, something that truly resonated in my heart. The perfect gift doesn't have to be expensive or fancy or even complicated. The perfect gift, the one that truly counts, is love, shared laughter, and a little bit of holiday chaos that you experience together. Yes, even a banana can be a gift if you put your heart into it and wrap it with genuine affection. Though I still recommend actual presents over squishy fruits. So, friends, remember this. Christmas isn't really about what you buy. It's about the joy you share, the silly giggles, the unforgettable memories you create, and yes, sometimes even a tiny bit of silly disaster. That's what makes it truly magical. Happy Christmas, everyone. Now go forth and spread that holiday cheer. And maybe, just maybe, wrap those bananas, or perhaps save yourself the mess and stick to cookies. If you enjoyed this wild gift adventure, please give this video a big thumbs up, share it with your friends, and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our next adventure. Thanks for watching.